Hello, my name is Nigel and you have found my alchemy. Today we are going to be doing Aquarius's reading for July 2024. We will start with all your oracles and move on to your tarot, and then at the end we'll take a peek into what next month may hold for us. We do have the release card here, Aquarius. You may be trying to release something. That release may be something you are trying to unburden yourself, or it may be something that you're trying to release into the world at large. As you can tell, this child looks like it is about to be released. In the meantime, the mother is nurturing it, tending to it, tending to herself so she can tend to it. This child may be literal, of course, for some of you, or it may be a metaphorical thing that you are trying to birth into existence. This card tells me that it needs a little bit more cooking. It needs a little bit more care. It's not quite ready. It's not where you want it to be yet. And, you know, the Virgin's milk tells us something similar. The Virgin's milk pretty much tells us it means many things, but I think that as a warning here, it's probably telling us that not to overlook something, not to, let's say, rely on the law of attraction so much, and this is just an example, by the way, to where you don't have any practicality to your plan. And this is trying to see all sides of something. And what's interesting here is that you did pull the full moon in Taurus, and your dreams need a practical plan. There may be something you're overlooking here, Aquarius. And, you know, what's fascinating here is that we do have the new moon in Cancer card, and the new moon in Cancer is going to be on July 5th. So it's kind of apropos that you pulled it. It did come in reverse. It says you and your loved ones are safe. You may have a feeling around this time of not being safe, Aquarius. I don't see any major cards here for you, not for you to actually feel that way. Perhaps you need more to your plan than you're actually implementing. When this new moon comes about, you may have this feeling of being unsafe. You may feel like there's something missing from your plan, something that you need to implement. You do have internship here, so it kind of further tells me that this is a new undertaking. It's something that you may not know a lot about. This, you may be trying to do something new, which is great, but I think this card is reminding you that you need to do the research, you need to do the work, you need a little bit more of a practical approach to this. You do have the Leo card here, and obviously Leo may be highly aspected in your chart, but if it's not, it says this helps you align with the energies of Leo, right? And Leos are very determined, so to keep that determined side, or to definitely bring it forth for this, you're going to need it. And here we have, you know, interestingly enough, we have parenthood. And, you know, with this card and this card, I can't help but think you are birthing something into existence. If not an actual child, then this is definitely an idea, a business. It could be a website, it could be anything like that. But parenthood, as we know, for all of us who are parents, is more difficult than it seems. There are things that you don't even take into consideration that end up becoming big deals. Every day is hard. I mean, it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing. It really is. But there's a lot of responsibilities tied to this, right? It's not just a thing of beauty, it's also a thing of commitment, hard work. So that sort of goes with everything that's been happening here in your oracle cards. There is a card of letting go. So some of you may be trying to release something that no longer serves you in your life, right? And it does say it says your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. Certainly that's true for some of you. I do think that if we go with the vibe of all these oracle cards, you may need a different level of commitment for your goal. You may need a practical plan. You may need to sit and write out what it is you need to accomplish in order to maintain your weekly, monthly, yearly goals, to make it very black and white, right? So yeah, very interesting reading so far. Let's look at beginning of your month here. Yeah. So here at the beginning of your month, you are working diligently on something for sure. And yeah, you know, it's interesting. You have the Page of Wands, which we all know, for any of us who've watched any tarot at all, that the pages are the beginning of something, right? You may be, and at this particular side of the Page of Wands, if you look to the side, is a phoenix rising from the ashes. You may be starting out in a place where you had to rise from nothing. Right? So from nothing, something grew, but this is only a page. So you have to keep in mind that you definitely need to nurture this. So this page becomes a knight and this knight becomes a king, right? There is something you're going to have to give up. See, you have the card of letting go, you have the death card, you have the release card. There is something that you probably need to let go here, Aquarius. Then again, this particular card is scorpionic in nature. You know, Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto is definitely doing some interesting things to Aquarians these days. Interesting could mean many, many things, right? But it is life-changing energy. So there are things that are probably being taken from you. It may feel that way. It may feel that something's being taken from you. But it is an effort to get you to move on another path for sure. Beginning of the month sort of highlights you feeling perhaps a little new, you perhaps feeling a little bit powerless because you feel like, here I am, a page, and I'm trying to create like an emperor, and I feel, you know, I feel bad about that. I feel insecure about that. I feel like I don't have enough. I don't have what it takes. But this is the beginning of something as long as you look at it the right way. You have to look at it where you need a plan. You have to look at it where you sit down in a very logical Taurian way and say, okay, I am new. I am an intern. Perhaps you're a first-time parent. You need a practical plan. A practical plan. Here, mid-month is interesting. You do have you moving on to a new path. You know, so a lot of people say this is Aries energy. To me, it's Aquarius, could be Gemini, but generally it's Aquarius energy to me. And you have you here moving on to a new path, trying to go after your dreams there with that shooting star. That is very nice energy for you. And in the center of your whole month, you do have the Ace of Cups. So if you're looking for love, yes, this might be an indication of that. But it also may be an indication of you moving into a period of time here, Aquarius, where you're going to start loving what you see. You're going to start loving the results, the plan, whatever it is that you're birthing this month. You're going to start to see structure form, and you're going to love it. You're going to feel a little less trapped, a little less this would be you feeling very defenseless, perhaps almost willfully blind. But here you reach for that sword, and you see that bird of freedom there in the background. I do think something is going to click this month for sure, especially around mid-month. It really looks good that way. Here at the end of the month, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So something, it looks like there is something coming towards you here, Aquarius. You know, there is something nice in the way of money coming towards you at the end of the month. You do have Temperance here, but Temperance is facing the gallows. And on this side of Temperance, you have, and there's Leo again, right? Leo is highly aspected in this reading for you. Just let me know why that is. Are you dealing with a Leo, or do you have a Leo placement that's really sort of prominent in your chart? Either way, you have Sagittarian energy backed up by Leo energy here. And instead of alchemizing, she is, and she could be a he or a she is facing something. She's facing a truth. She's facing perhaps a sacrifice that she needs to make. Maybe you've created a plan for this, and you're starting to see it take shape, and you're saying, okay, now I see a structure that I see. Perhaps I might have to make a sacrifice. I love this energy for you with the Queen of Swords. You have Aquarian energy yet again, and it's best form. Practicality, seeing the truth. She's holding the sword of truth. Love this energy. It doesn't look particularly easy. Doesn't look outrageously hard either. It does look like there's an ending of some kind coming that you're going to have to face. You have the card of working really, really hard attached to the card of love. Love meaning I love my life. Love meaning I love the direction my life is taking. It could be actual love, but here we have practicality in the end. So practicality seems to be definitely on the table here for you. Again, working hard, going straight into this Fool energy going straight into the 10 of Pentacles. This Death card, you have the Death card, something coming to an end. You realizing that this ending here leads to some sort of freedom that perhaps you weren't even expecting. And this freedom leading to clarity for sure. The same thing, you have you approaching things as a page, rising up, coming into this thing that you love. This thing that you love could be a person, it could be a mindset, it could be clarity at last, it could be the love you're starting to have for your freedom. But you know that there's some sort of sacrifice that needs to happen. So there is a sacrifice here on the table. You have to give something up in order to get this clarity, this 10 of Pentacles energy that you need. We'll go back and clarify all this, but let's look at your warnings. So what's fascinating here is you see how mid-month you are breaking free of some sort of something that has bound you, right? You're breaking free. But here in your warnings, you have the 8 of Swords in reverse. And so a warning would be, not to take this freedom and run with it, to continue to have structure here. There may be some sort of, you may be tempted here, Aquarius. You may be tempted to do something. Stick to your Queen of Swords energy. Don't walk away from something simply because it's difficult. You have to learn how to discern between what no longer suits you and what's just maybe difficult but worth the work, right? So this clarity that you're holding in your hands at the end of the month is what you should be shooting for. And here we go again. You have the 10 of Swords. This may be something for sure. I mean, between the Death card and the 10 of Swords here in your warnings, you are going to have to give something up. There is something definitely coming to an end. This ending is going to evoke many different feelings inside you. You may feel unsafe. You may feel not ready. You may feel, there's some points in this month where you may feel empowered, but it looks like a sort of roller coaster ride. But there is something that you are being asked to release, let go of. Okay, let's look at your blessings. You have the King of Swords coming in sideways. This is a potential blessing. This is a choice you're going to have to make. I really like that. You're going to have to make a choice of whether you see something clearly for what it is or not. What needs to be let go of and what needs to be just worked on harder. There is something that needs a practical plan. There is something that needs to be worked on with great intent. And you're going to have to discern the truth from a fantasy. Okay? That's a blessing because this apparently is an effort to get you to learn, right? To see things. You do have here the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is that push, that start, that spark, that, you are going to go through ups and downs this month for sure, but you're going to end up with the Sword of Truth and the Wand of Action. And you may be very introspective this month with this Virgo energy. This Virgo energy is in your blessings. So the Virgo, this card of Virgo, the Hermit, as you can see, he is holding a lantern, and that lantern has a star in it, and the star is Aquarius. So yes, Aquarius, you're going to have to go do a deep dive here. No doubt. There's a lot going on this month. And I think you're going to have to unpack. I think you're going to go through ups and downs throughout the month. I do think there is an ending that may hurt. There is an ending. There is something that you're going to see very clearly as over. There may be stuff that has built up to this, but there is something that's coming to an end. And once you see that, acknowledge it and create a practical plan for this other thing, your life is going to feel much more clear. You're going to be able to move forward with your lantern in hand. Let's grab some clarity here. Show me the beginning of the month here for Aquarius. Aquarius, it says short journey. So at the beginning of the month, you do have a journey. I think this journey is going to be bringing you inward. I think that once you do the work, I think that I'm getting the feeling that there's been a build up to this, especially with this this card of pregnancy. There's been a build up to this. This is going to burst, but there's been a buildup. It's not going to, it is a short journey inward. Oh, beautiful. Do you see how quickly that came out? Look at this. Guaranteed success with the star. Love this for you. Let me pick up the other half of this deck so it gets some love too. Show me the end of the month for Aquarius. You have the moon. Changes in your life. I would say so. There are changes. And there is great passion here. And this great passion that you have may indeed be for another person. Or it may be this Ace of Wands energy coming in very strongly at the end of the month. But there is great passion here on the table for you. Along with these changes. And we've talked about that. Show me some warnings for Aquarius for July 2024, please. Whoop. This is too many cards. I will take the one that, look at this. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Once you get past this hump here, Aquarius, and there is a hump. The Ten of Swords and the Death card, not easy energy. Once you get past this final thing, the most difficult part of the situation will be over and you'll be free to move on from it. I think that some of you have been languishing in this for a while. And here you have taking a vacation physically or mentally, the hammock. Yeah. And this is in your blessings. The Hermit sort of denotes that, right? Taking a vacation from your stress, your mind, and going inward. It could be meditation, it could be hiking, it could be actually going somewhere and being alone and really getting back on track. There is something that's knocked you off track here, Aquarius, and it looks like you are in the process of releasing that for sure. So let me dive into next month just a little bit. You do have, yeah, this is you definitely trying to will yourself to be somewhere else. You want to do that. There is a rope that has broken. I think that is what we have here is the Death card and the Ten of Swords. Something you were holding on to, something there was a lot of great tension on, has finally broken and come into an end here. And you do have happiness that awaits for you after that, directly after that. I mean, to go into it just a little bit more, there is something that you may look back on. There is somebody that may look back on you. After this is over, you, like I said, you go through ups and downs this month. You go from being happy to looking back. But, you know, this is a birthing process. This is the card of birth. You are going to be healing, for sure. There is a card of healing coming in next month. There is a card of antimony. You may finally release something that you have been holding in. You may have been holding in a lot. There may be something there may be an instance here where you have the ability to release, get the closure that you need, Say the words that you need to say that you have been holding in. You have believe in the impossible, and that is for next month. And you have blockbuster. I love this for you. It says you're on the verge of a major breakthrough that will clear your path to success. You have investment. And with the Ten of Pentacles here, I would say so. It says it's a foundation. Finances are looking good and growing. Investment. There may be something you've invested in that's going to pay off. Either way, you do have Ten of Pentacles energy moving towards you. It does say you are enough. It says you are meant to be. The person you are meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. You may have experienced this in a relationship, that maybe that's what you're releasing. At least for some of you, it may be that you're releasing something that was just not for you. Somebody who didn't appreciate you for who you are. Somebody who maybe you felt like you had to be different in order to get along with them. You had to temper yourself. You had to suppress things. For sure. Here you have coming in upside down, toxic work environment. So it is something you're releasing for sure. And right under that, you are releasing debt. With multitasking following it. There's a lot of action going on next month here for you, Aquarius. You do have the Emperor card coming in reversed, and the Emperor card is obviously somebody who may use their position of power against you, or at least attempt to. This may be someone who you once loved a great deal. You are going to step into the Queen of Wands energy here, and you have here the Seven of Wands, which makes you quite determined for sure. Yeah, there is a partnership here for sure, and this partnership could not get past certain things. There were walls there. The walls were created perhaps by other people, but it never saw the light of day. Do you see how dark these cards are? This would be the other way, the natural way, right? You see how it never saw the light of day. And so this Ten of Cups energy was walked away from. Another dark card. Something that you may be giving up on here, Aquarius, finally. You know, maybe something you're walking away from. Maybe something that you're seeing. You may be doing things in front of people. Obviously, this may be a divorce. This may be a breakup that other people are involved in somehow, for sure. This may indicate that your person was dealing with somebody else at the time, that other people were privy to it. You are looking towards your future. You know what love is. And yeah, look, you have something coming in your future that's going to go from a page to a knight. You have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. It's going to grow here. You're going to have to face something before this happens. And here we are. You are going to fall into your energy. You're going to have to face something. This is Leo energy again on the table. Some of you may be dealing with an energy, a Leo energy here, but regardless, there is something you're going to have to face between the Death card, the Ten of Swords, and this side of Strength to get to your healing place, right? There's a Tower that happened right before that Star. You're going to be stepping into your power, and what I love is that you will manifest something beautiful out of this, especially with the Ace of Pentacles here coming up. Wow, it's a lot to unpack for sure. Let me pull one of these cards for you here, Aquarius. Or Aquarius, please. Or Aquarius, please. You have beginnings, right? Look to the east. New beginnings are on the way. And you have water. And what does that say? Wow. It says creation, 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 creation. It's definitely a theme this month. You are creating something. It is a birthing process. This birthing process looks complicated. It looks like there's a lot going on. It looks like Pluto is doing what he does best. You're putting an end to things that no longer serve you, that probably haven't served you in a very, very long time. It may be fairly abrupt with that Ten of Swords energy, you know. It may feel abrupt, but it's not. I mean, I think that intuitively you knew this was happening, but I think something happens this month to put a serious period at the end of that sentence. Yeah. I'm going to pull one more card here for Aquarius, please. One more. One more card for Aquarius, please. I'll take both. You have conjunction, and you have Lilith, power, activism, conjunction. So you have the power to do this, and you have integration. There is a conjunction actually happening. Yeah, there is a conjunction happening. I think it's on the 20th or the 21st, where people around that time will be a little bit more aggressive for sure. I believe it's the Mars, Venus, in Taurus conjunction. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know exactly, but there is, you can look it up. There is something going on this month, and it does say power, activism, vengeance. There may be something going on this month as far as that conjunction day goes, and that is towards the end of the month, so that is something to look out for here. Definitely look into that, Aquarius. Aquarius, I am going to pull one more card for you, and then we will end this reading. I'll pull a fortune cookie for Aquarius, please. For Aquarius, please. We have sunshine. The sun is shining on you. Career and business growth. Fabulous communication and relationships. Well, that's a nice end note. That is a nice note to end on here for sure. You are going to have, I mean, listen, you have a lot of great things coming here, but you have a lot of change. You have this guaranteed success. You have the sunshine. You have this Ace of Cups. There's so much good here, but I'm telling you, there is something else going on here. So you definitely need a practical plan. You definitely need to see something for what it is and not what you'd like it to be. You need to assist Pluto in ending the situation instead of resisting. Assist instead of resist. Let go and fully engage in your path with a practical plan in mind. I wish you all the luck. Namaste, my friend.